Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. Joe Pickett's Target closes. Republicans debate and Commander bites. That's all coming up. Then Bill will be here with your message of the day. Joe Biden visited the picket line of auto workers in Michigan. First sitting president to walk a picket line. He said through a megaphone, "You deserve a significant raise. We saved them. It's about time they step up for us." It's worth noting that the UAW has not endorsed Joe Biden to be president this election. Who do you think the union members prefer, Joe or Trump? Target announced they're closing 9 stores in 4 different states because of too much theft. Guess the cities. Go ahead, take a stab at it. They're the poster cities for progressivism. Harlem and New York City. Portland, Seattle, and what's the last one? What's the 4th city? San Francisco. Target says they tried everything they could. More security, anti-theft devices, locking everything up. Nothing worked. Target says they've lost $500 million due to theft. $500 million, which means your prices went up $500 million. That's just Target. $500 million. The National Retail Federation announced that businesses nationwide lost $112 billion in theft. The second Republican debate is tonight. It's at the Reagan Library in California. 7 people made the stage, but only 6 are going to be there. Trump, of course, is skipping it. DeSantis, Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Chris Christie, Mike Pence. 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox News. Looking at some of the polls in Iowa, Trump is up 32 points. 49% Trump, 16 DeSantis, 8 Nikki Haley. In New Hampshire, Trump is up 31. Trump 44, Haley 13, DeSantis 10. Nationwide, Trump is up 42 on average. Trump at 57, DeSantis 14, and Haley 5. In California, and California is the first year California's on Super Tuesday, so they're a player in the primary. The latest poll, LA Times, 55% Trump, DeSantis 16. Biden's dog Commander bit another Secret Service agent, the purebred German Shepherd. This is the 11th time that he's bit someone. And this is their second dog. Their other dog, Major, had to go live on a farm in Delaware because he kept biting people too. What's going on there? What does this dog know? What are the dogs trying to tell us? Bill O'Reilly with your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. CarShield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call CarShield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Wednesday, we are now witnessing the rise of disorder in America, and it's hurting every single one of us. Unchecked immigration has led to chaos, unpunished crimes to fear. Higher costs for everything is creating massive economic anxiety. The president is diminished mentally and totally disinterested unless there is a racial component to be exploited. Most voters understand Mr. Biden is doing a poor job, but they don't fully realize the potential of public disorder. It's like an unruly child. The longer antisocial behavior is allowed, the more difficult it is to bring the kid back. With about 350 million people now living in the USA, collective discipline is imperative. Allowing laws to be ignored and standards of personal responsibility to evaporate will result in tremendous harm to Americans. One word: fentanyl. The solution is to vote out progressive Democrats and their puppet, Joe Biden. If this does not happen in 2024, the negative consequences will be staggering. My analysis is not party-based. It is performance-driven. Help can be on the way, but only if the voters wise up. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Roberto, concierge member. Now, it's never been a better time to be a concierge or premium member to BillO'Reilly.com than now. Best time. Roberto says, regardless of who's running the government, we need something that solves problems at the source. We need to work with countries where the migrants are coming from, since they will not become migrants in the first place if we can sort that out. But Roberto, you're not going to be able to sort it out. Most of those countries that migrants come from are corrupt. They're run by dictators like Noriega in Nicaragua. All right, like what's his name in Venezuela, like the Castro brothers, and now they got somebody else in there in Cuba. They got to do anything. Come on. Got to get in the real world here. We got to protect ourselves. Robert, concierge member. So we got Roberto, we got Robert, big family. Bill loved the approach to solving violent crime. Many innocent people would be spared if it were to come to pass. Makes too much sense to become law. So I wrote a column, Sunday column, BillO'Reilly.com. Here's how you solve it. You want to solve the crimes with firearms. Here's how you do it. Very simple. And Robert's right. They're not going to do it. Carol, concierge member, 3 in a row. Liz Wheeler, correct, Bill. As a retired teacher, remains in contact with present teachers. Marxism has been inserted into all state curriculums. I'm not convinced about that, Carol. Not convinced about it. Some states are very, very tough in what the curriculum is, and I don't see any Marxism in it. But you got to watch it. Got to be vigilant. Michael Barletta, La Mesa, California. Happy birthday to Holly. She's 8 years old. Doesn't look a day over 7. It is Holly's birthday. Holly was born in Georgia. She's a Welsh corgi. Her ancestors are from Wales. They're sheep herding dogs. So Holly the Terror dog is 8 years old. Holly's a good dog. In a moment, something you might not know.
We all know Joe Biden isn't getting the job done and too often is making things worse.
That's conservative business leader Doug Burgum, one of America's most successful governors. Raised with small-town values, Burgum built $1 billion company, creating thousands of jobs. As governor of North Dakota, Doug Burgum cut taxes, balanced the budget, and helped pass term limits.
Where we come from, when something isn't working, you stop and you try something new. That's common sense. Joe Biden has got to go.
As president, Doug Burgum will unleash American energy and end Biden's inflation. He'll secure the border to stop the flow of illegal drugs, and Burgum will rebuild our military to win the Cold War with China.
Do you believe that the economy, energy, and national security are critical to our nation's future? Remember, that's why I'm running for president.
Best of America PAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.bestofamericapac.com.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The fastest growing group on the religion front is atheist, non-believers. As we come off the Jewish high holy day of Yom Kippur, it is worth examining religion in America. Right now, the global Jewish population stands at 16 million, half of it in the USA. Yom Kippur is Judaism's Day of Atonement. Believers ask God to forgive them for their sins. And according to the tradition, it is on Yom Kippur that God decides each person's fate. Now, in the Christian precincts, things are very different. Jesus of Nazareth, of whom I wrote about in Killing Jesus, is considered God. and he walked the earth. Now, a lot of my agnostic and atheist acquaintances challenge me because I am a Roman Catholic. And they say, oh, how can you believe in this superstitious stuff? Bill Maher is the poster boy for that. So I tell them this story. When we were researching killing Jesus, the key component to why the Nazarene was executed by the Romans and condemned by the Jewish Sanhedrin authorities was that he had thousands of followers, people who went where he was. And the Romans and the Jews started to panic. They thought an insurrection might take place. But how could a poor stonecutter from Nazareth attract thousands of people? You couldn't hear him. There were no microphones. You could see him standing on a mountain or in a boat on a lake, but you couldn't hear what he said. So it had to be one thing: the works, the miracles that are written about in the New Testament. That's the only thing that could have caused thousands of people to flock to Jesus of Nazareth. Interesting, right? Back after this.
Enjoy cleaner, safer, and more private internet daily. Be more cyber zen. For a limited time only, get our special offer at NordVPN.com. With a few simple clicks, NordVPN will block online trackers and hide your virtual location. It will secure your devices from malware-infected downloads and block access to malicious websites. Enjoy internet without trackers. Internet without malicious websites. Internet without malware-ridden files. Imagine your data more secure, your connection protected. Be more cyber zen. Take advantage of our special offer now at NordVPN.com. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.